Hey, Scorpio Mama. How are you? How are you this Monday, this hot, hot Monday? Is it hot where you're at? You just chilling? I thought I'd jump on here for a few minutes, see who comes out, see who decides to join me. Hi, ST. Hi, Karen. Well, y'all are jumping on in. Y'all ain't got nothing to do on a Monday, huh? No, it was 90 something here outside. 94, 95. Supposed to get up to 99 this week. Oh, I was in the house. I only went outside to take the Herbie Kirby to the curb because it's trash day and go get it and bring it back. But yeah. Yes, it seems to be hot from the south all the way up to the north because people in New York and all that was talking about it was warm. You'll be in until Thursday? Yeah, I don't mess around here during the daytime. I either do something whatever I'm gonna do early in the morning or like now, about 6, 7 o'clock. But any that time in between, about 10 to 6, no, in the house. And I guess because of where I stay, there's trees on the front, but it keeps the downstairs really cool. I don't even have to turn on the air. I just have the air on upstairs, and the downstairs stays like about 71, 72. Parker. Well, that's why I didn't come on this weekend. Me sending Parker to camp, I guess he got sick. Um, Apparently, because that's the only place I can think of where that's the only place that I can think of that he probably caught something. Hey, Martin, 89, because he went, what, Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday? He went to Jurassic Park doggy camp. I paid for this week. I don't know if he's going to go back because he got sick on Friday night. And so, uh, hi, One Man's Wish. Um, Martina, can you take care of some of these for me, please, ma'am? Is there any other mods in here? Yeah, so he got sick on Friday, and oh my gosh, it was horrible because he had diarrhea. So it was like that Friday night, all day Saturday. So I was like, okay. First I thought it was maybe I had gave him some of the dog food that you can buy that's like regular food and refrigerated. But I bought that before for him before. Let me see. Let me move my plants. I cannot read y'all chat. Let me see. Oh, you and the music, One Man's Wish, Teddy, huh? Another little TKO. So yeah, so I cooked him some. I boiled him some chicken, got him some rice, and got him some pumpkin. And so then I was like, okay, he's still. So I have a little area that I put him in, and that's where he had to be because he couldn't be pooping all over my house. So then on one Sunday, He was still like that. And so I was like, all right. So I didn't know that the pet plan I have for him, I could have talked to a doctor for free. So I paid 60 freaking dollars for this doctor to tell me to give him some anti-diarrhea, which I had already given him. And so then she told me to give him an Imodium. Oh my gosh. When I gave him the Imodium, then he started throwing up and had diarrhea. So Sunday was a mess. So that is what I did all weekend, cleaning up crap and throw up. So yeah, and then I slept downstairs on the couch so I could be close enough where, because he was whining and stuff, because he didn't want to be in there, and then his tummy was hurting. So yeah, but then wait a minute, I'm sorry, I forgot the best part. I don't know if it was a virus or something he caught, because by Saturday, I had it. So it was me and Parker. At least I wasn't throwing up though, but I'm like, yeah. So that's what we did all weekend. But hello, everybody. I'm feeling better today. He's feeling better. He's still got a little bit of diarrhea, but I talked to his doctor today, and he's drinking and he's eating a little bit. Thank you, One Man's Wish. Everybody, please do hit the like. I think most of you all are subscribed, so thank you. So yeah, I had a real fun weekend. What about you guys? But you know I had to take care of my little fella. Parker, come in here. So then I thought maybe it might have been heat because it's been so hot and he cannot take a lot of heat. We went through that one summer before. I don't know what it is. So let's see. What is new? Well, we went and bombed. We went and bombed Iran, and then they went and bombed Qatar. So, dog for life, hi. So I don't know. Let me think about it. Dog for life. I think Martin are my only mod in here tonight. But yeah, I was like, the world has been busy, even while I was sick. Ooh wee. Um, they get me off my game tonight. And I hate when I have to do that. Look, I say less on they. What are you talking about, One Man's Wish? What is you talking about? Okay, you know what? Are these bots or something? Because I don't even know why they're in here. It ain't that many of y'all. Um, but I'm just going to. I can't even tell who I'm trying to. Well, I've never really seen your fingers, One Man's Wish. I kind of seen them on the steering wheel, but you don't really show yourself. I know there is so much in the news. I don't. Maybe there's something going around, Polly. I don't know. With the heat. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But I'm glad it's over with. So, yeah. So, what did y'all think of my little short? Well, I guess it's a little bit longer than a short. I'm gonna talk about that first. I don't. What is with the blue hair? Oh, this is the best part. Guess where she got the blue hair from? The thrift store. Who in the hell goes and buys wigs from the thrift store? You don't know whose head it's been on, where it's been. I mean, anything can be living or growing up in it. Well, why would you get that and put that on your head? Oh, she said she bought more than one. She said she got different colors. So, I don't know. But she got red, yellow. But yeah. You gotta hit the liquor store? Alright, get us all something, one man. Our liquor stores are closed. They close at 7. But I was like, yeah. Um, she looked a hot ass mess. And of course, she was doing her favorite conversation. When I Willie Blue, her favorite conversation about having friends and us horrible, horrid women like me. I'm just a whoremonger. I'm a loose woman, as she says. A loose woman. So, yeah, I'm that woman that she's always talking about that cuss and drinks and smokes. And I guess I'm out here just, kicking up my heels and doing all kinds of stuff. At least in her head. But she said she wanted to know why her and Miss Charlene didn't have a man. Go figure. Go figure. She said Miss Charlene is a good woman. She wanted to know why she didn't have a man. And then she said she knew she was a good woman and she wanted to know why she didn't have a man. She was talking about God and the devil wishing death on the people that don't make her a video saying sorry on YouTube. That's what I say, one man. Maybe people aren't really looking for men. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not there. But yeah, that blue wig and her out there picking kale. But she was going to sleep on the BML land. Yeah. I guess so that she can get some van life views. Because otherwise she ain't gonna get none because she's not living in her van. So she was supposed to be cooking some kale and some onions. And it was funny because, see, I know Miss Pauline don't mess with her like that because she showed an onion that she had gotten out of Miss Pauline's garden. So she asked Miss Charlene, she's like, are the only onions in Miss Pauline's garden? And I guess she must have said, yeah. She was like, well, did you get us any tomatoes and any more onions? I was like, yeah, your butt's scared to go over there and pick in her garden, but you're picking Miss Charlene's all day. I guess, each one of them grows certain things and, they can swap out. But she out there trying to tell people how to grow kale. When have we ever seen her grow anything? What? When has she ever, when she became this farmer? Yeah, that's how I ended up starting to talk about her, one man, because of her foolishness like that. She is plumb crazy. So I was like, and I wouldn't even have known if it wasn't for y'all. I was like, let me go over here and see what she's doing, because I was consumed with the Diddy, but now it's gotten a little boring. The defense ain't even. I thought the defense was gonna have some witnesses. Diddy ain't gonna have nobody come talk for him. All they're gonna do is some exhibits, and they said it's gonna take one day. So they should be finished with the trial by the end of this week. So y'all think he's gonna do some time? Or you think it might be a mistrial, or he gonna get off? But she's supposed to be cooking kale and onions today. Well, happy birthday, Jasmine. How old are you today? Hi, Leo. Oh, and happy birthday to the Cancers. I need to post that. I completely missed it with the whole sickness this weekend. It is now Cancer season. My sister is a Cancer. Her birthday is What's today? The 23rd? Thursday. I'm supposed to do something today. I start working and I just get zoned in on the work and don't do half the stuff I need to do. So everybody tells you, oh, you such a baby, Jasmine. 26. My goodness, what did I do for my 26th birthday? Can I even remember it? Oh. Let's see. I was 20, turning 29. I was 29 when I got out the military. So, you know what? I might have been at war when I was 26. What the heck? Nah, probably. I was sitting over in the desert during a wartime. That's what I was doing at 26. And wishing every day I wasn't there. Every day. Well, thank you, Dogwater. I love you. My 31st birthday is August 2nd. I am a Leo. But those who were here last year, did I come home for my birthday? I don't even know what I did last year. I went to Atlanta. Oh, I know what it was. I had a situation over at the condo, and I was supposed to go to Atlanta, so I didn't go. I had to stay here, and then I went to Atlanta the next weekend. Hi, Christy from Alabama. But this year I'm going to Michigan. It won't be on my birthday. It'll be 2 weeks later. Oh, thank you, Karen. My aunt was going, and so I was like, you know what? I haven't gone anywhere. You know, y'all, I like to go out of country, and we didn't go because she had to move, and then I had just moved, so we didn't go anywhere, or we're not going anywhere this year. So, we still have some family left in Michigan. My sister lives up there, and they just bought a house, so congratulations to her. Her and her hubby just bought another house. And so I'm going to go up there, hang out with them, and see the new house. Yeah. And then maybe go into Detroit, and I like to go back to the neighborhood my grandmother, where she used to live back when I was younger. It had the big old houses, and it had the bell that you pull to let the house people, people that worked in your home, know that you needed something and all that. I just want to go see if they've turned them into halfway houses, or did somebody come in and renovate them. Hey, Arabs. I got your message. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I was going to get an Airbnb and have the Parker Posse here hang out. I love your voice. What you talking about? See, you need to do like a drive when it's like now, where it's kind of dark, and then just drive and play some music. You had the music too loud. I couldn't really hear you when you was playing Tank. And then, do some talking. It don't matter what you say. See, you could be one of those nighttime DJs. You know how the nighttime DJs always had the really nice voices? Where is that at, Karen? All right. I'm going to see. You can put me to sleep. Yeah, Martin, the Quiet Storm. And then, you know what? Their voice never went with how they look. They would have that sultry, deep, sexy voice, and then when you see them, they'll be like 5'2". Oh, in South Carolina. I've never heard of that town. What is that close to? Well, there's my other mod. Hey, receptionista, you're normally the first person. Where you been? Where you been, girl? So let's see. We done. But you know, I like a tall yellow man. Yeller. Oh, Bennettsville, yeah. Down by Florence area. Hi, Danny Berry. Sports highlights, that long name. No, you spelled it right. You spelled it right. What you mean you did? Okay, so let's see. I talked about the blue lady. We hit the highlights of, let me ask you guys this. Do you think that maybe that was nothing but propaganda? This whole thing with the Israel, Iran, and us? Now, I can do dark too, but I've always been a little partial for the yellows, which ain't did me no good. They have not done me well whatsoever, so I need to not even pay them no attention. Okay, I will, Karen. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going to address B. Simpson. So I was listening to this podcast. Isn't that funny? Yeah, Martina. I'm like three-tone. My face is darker. My skin got messed up when I was in Saudi. That heat burnt my face so bad. I couldn't even put water on it. And then this part and my legs are yellow. And then my arms will get dark in the summer. And my mother always teased me because she'd be like, "Where you get those yellow legs from?" I'm like, "They never get no sun, I guess." Oh, please get rid of Bull Monkey. And don't ever come bring your ass back to my page. You see, they're going to make me cuss tonight. But yeah, Martin, I think it's a distraction. This is what I was thinking. Because the interesting thing is, when they sent the bombs, I think they did 13. Only one came through, and they let it come through because it wasn't going to hit anything. And so that was a way for them to be able to say, "Hey, we retaliated against, the U.S." But then when we hit them, hi Zan, we didn't even get what we went over there to get. Oh yeah, one man, thank you. It didn't even get what we wanted to get because they had moved the shit before we even bombed them. So that's why I think it's just some propaganda bullcrap. Because you can't trust no government. Our government, they government, they all full of shit. They all full of shit. But they playing with other people's lives. That's what I don't like. Okay. So let me see what else is happening in the world. Like I said, I don't know. This whole Diddy thing, he might get off. Might be a mistrial. Who knows? He may not even go to jail at all. Now, wouldn't that be something? All that money they spending in New York. And yeah, he may not even go. Yeah, because he's a dumbass. Following somebody else up. You know what? Now, wouldn't that be something they give him time served? And you know why I say that? Because they don't care nothing about women. They don't. What are you talking about your Generation X folks? They don't care nothing about women. They don't really care that the women had all that, he did all that stuff to them. It didn't matter. No, she talking about Israel, Martina. He followed them up. You think you're going down? Mm. My thing is, there's some other people that need to go down with him. That lady that took care of everything for him, KK, and the bodyguard. Dang, what was his name? Something D, Big D. I'm saying us, not him. On X took a bus to see your lady. I have no idea what the hell you're saying, one man. I don't know if it's the drinks or your fingers. No, he's against it. He has something to say against it, Martina. He said that we shouldn't have done it. Well, you know what? All of them know each other. All of them know each other. There's a girl, she called herself BJ Investigations, and she has this big old like map where she ties all these people together and how and who links each person to another person. Hey, new grad. No, it wasn't him. It was not him. It was another guy. Gene was no longer working for him. To see what girl? Who is my girl? They all playing him like a trumpet. One man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you tonight. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Would y'all go out? Let me say this. Would y'all have went to a party before all this stuff came out? If you had been invited to one of his parties back in the day, would you have gone? How many people would have gone to a white party back in the day? Me and my sister said we both would have went. My sister told my son, yeah, I probably would have been a party favor, not knowing. No, but I wouldn't have went for him because I'm not particularly a fan of his either. But who? All the other people that was gonna be there. Oh yeah, I've had a guy walk and one ride a bike. Yeah, I would have went to mingle with the other celebrities and see at least go see who was gonna be there. But see, I didn't know he was doing all this stuff because I wasn't into him, so I had no idea. But see, the thing is, how you know if we didn't know what we know now, we wouldn't have known it was gonna turn freaky until it was already freaky. You know what I'm saying? You might not have known until it was already at the freaky stage. And they hadn't said anything about that. None of that has come up in the trial. So my thing is, I don't know. I'm thinking, oh, did y'all see where TD Jakes and Oprah have come out? They had a little sit down. Yeah, till you went to a Diddy party, one man, and got a drink. Oprah and TD had a little sit down, and they said that Oprah says she's never gone to one of his parties, and TD said he was only there 30 minutes. He only came in and told him happy birthday and left. I'm like, both of them lying so bad. I don't even know why they even came out and said that. Oh, they could have did like everybody else. I went to the party, but I left early. That would have worked better than y'all sitting there trying to say you never been. Yeah, he kind of took the baby oil. He did kind of make baby oil a bad name now. That's what I said, recession. He said, I'm like, there's pictures of y'all at the party. What are you talking about? No, they just did. I didn't. I wasn't watching them. Somebody showed the clip of them sitting down talking. I don't even have any baby oil in my house. That's what I'm saying. TD, we got pictures of. They got pictures of him being there. He was supposed to be his spiritual mentor and all this stuff. So what are you talking about? You didn't go to the parties. Just it makes them look like big time liars, which we know Oprah will lie in a minute. Just like she said that she wasn't on Ozempic until she got sick as a dog and had to be put in the hospital because that Ozempic tore her stomach up. Like we believe Oprah got that small just from walking the hills in Hawaii. No, ma'am. Parker, come in here. Ooh, I'm so sick of him. Yes. Oh, I bet he hates that, Karen, because people have used that so much it is ridiculous. Swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? Mm. Come on, you never been swallowed, Newgrass? Newgrass? You want to be swallowed by TD Jakes? You know, I have this thing about when people, I don't know, maybe some of y'all are like that. Like, I visualize things. So when people are talking to me, I'm visualizing the things they're talking about. So when they had the whole thing about TD as a power bottom, just TD Jakes naked was, no, no, that was a bad visual. That was a bad visual in my head of him naked. Yeah. And even though he has a lot of money, he's still a no. He's still a no. Like, I don't know how people figure money makes people more attractive because it really doesn't. Like Biggie. I know, Martina, you're a recessionista. In the shower, the one of him in the towel in the shower, where he all toe up. And he would be a no too. If he didn't have no money, I don't think too many folks would mess with him. TD, But I wouldn't, like Biggie Smalls, he would have been a no too. Even though he had money, he was a good rapper. I like his music, but couldn't have did Biggie. No, no, no. I'm trying to think if I seen that one, Recessionista. And okay, yeah, but it would still be a no. I could laugh. He could be my friend. Would you have dated him, Recessionista? Lenny Kravitz? Yeah, I could do Lenny. I could do Lenny. He just looked like he freaky deaky though. Lenny looked like he just real, and he may not be, but he just looked like he would be. Oh, Biggie was fine to you? All right, new grad, go on, girl. Well, there's big guys, and then there's big guys. Like, a guy that's tall and big, and he feels like, when he wraps his arms around you, feel like he's protecting you and all that. But then there's big and there's big and sloppy. There's a difference. Who played Biggie? I don't remember. Who was the actor that played Biggie? I don't remember. I'm surprised y'all can't tell me. Normally y'all can let me know. Who played Biggie in the movie? Jamal Woodward. He playing anything else? You know who I used to think was so fine and sexy? Wesley Snipes. When he played in New Jack City, oh, I thought he was just so cute. But now, but Wesley back in the day, you know, Trump wasn't a bad looking fella back in the day, back in his younger days. He still couldn't dance. He still couldn't dance. He's okay, Martin. I mean, he's a nice looking guy, but he just doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. You know, he's okay. Oh, he doesn't? Thank you. He alright. I'll take a younger Brad Pitt any day over Keanu. And what does he do now? I haven't seen him in anything in a long, long, long time. I'm not a George Clooney fan. No. But now Lisa Bonet, ex-husband, the one that played in what's the water movie he was in? He wasn't a mermaid. What was that movie? Yes. Oh my gosh. Now y'all can't tell me that Jason Momoa is not fine. That thing is so fine. James Bond is a nice looking man too. The guy that played James Bond. But Jason, Aquaman. Yes, Jason, and he tall and big. He just, yes, Jason. Like Brad in the vampire movie. What was the vampire movie he played in when he was younger then? But Brad don't look too bad now, even older. He aged well. Oh yeah, he is. That thing is fine as all get out. I don't know what happened with him and Lisa, but yeah, they had some nice looking children too. But yeah, he just looks like he's a nice guy too. I don't know why. To me, he seems like he's like a nice guy. But she says they have two different lifestyles. Stop it, recessionista. The guy that played Al Bundy? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I like Bruce Willis, but he's okay. He's alright. But he's not at the top of the list. Bruce is okay. But not at the top of the list. Nah. You know who I used to think was sexy? Rod Stewart. If you want my money and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Come on, baby, tell me so. Tell me so now. Doom, 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 doom. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, Martina, Chicken Man. I just like the way he used to dance. Come on now. His song, If You Think I'm Sexy, that was a good song. Since they won't let me play it, I guess I have to sing it, huh, Polly? Hello, Landon. How are you? But yeah, Rod had his, you know. And David Bowie was, hi, Deborah. Oh, now that's a big man that I still love. Barry could have been my baby daddy. Now, Bradley Cooper is a nice looking guy too. He still is. He's aging well. But Barry, now see, I'd have took Barry from his wife had I been old enough back in the day. Yeah, all the Gibbs brothers were nice looking. Well, except for that one. There was one that wasn't as cute as the others, but the younger one, and I think it was the older one. I think he just passed not too long ago. You saw who at a concert in LA? Yes, Gerald Levert. Now I didn't say there wasn't not any handsome, nice-looking big guys. Biggie just wasn't one of them. One of them looked better to me. I think it's Alec. I like the younger Alec. Billy's okay. I still listen to Barry. Barry on a rainy day will get you in trouble. Will get you in trouble. Barry is still good. Yes, Karen, I like me some Rod Stewart. Yeah, I still think that Alec was nicer looking than Billy. What was that guy? Esteban. His dad is a actor, so is his brother. Yeah, he did age well too. What is it? Something Emil Esteban. He doesn't play in anything much now. Back in the day, he did. He played in not Pretty in Pink, but The Breakfast Club. I thought he was nice looking. And the guy that was he in The Breakfast Club? No, he wasn't in The Breakfast Club. Who was the guy that played in The Breakfast Club with the black hair? Yeah, Charlie Sheen brother. Yeah, I thought he was cute. But you know, even like with the Jackson 5, I always thought Marlon was the cutest. Not Tito, not Jermaine, and I never even really paid Michael any attention except for the fact that he could sing, but I always thought Marlon was the cutest one to me. Yes, now Judd Nelson was nice back in the day. He was a nice looking guy. I don't know what he looked like now. I hadn't seen him in anything in a long time. So which Jackson did y'all think was the cutest? I took Marlon. I like Marlon. How many of y'all read Jackson 5 cartoons on Saturday morning? And then the Osmonds had cartoons too. The Jacksons had their cartoon, and then the Osmond brothers had their cartoons. What was the Osmond brother that? Now, he was actually a cute fella, though. Oh, you weren't old enough to watch the original cartoons, Recessionista. Saturday morning was the day back when I was a kid. Yeah, I thought Marlon would look better than Jermaine. I don't know. Marlon probably remember. Martin probably remember, but me. But Saturday morning was the day you waited for Saturday morning as a kid, and like when August, September would come in, they start showing previews of the new Saturday morning lineup. Oh my goodness. It was like Cartoon Central on Saturday morning. I know they are real busy tonight. And somebody said I had a lot of mods before, but tonight y'all working hard for no money. I'm trying to think, did I do any chores on Saturday? I think I did watch the cartoons first, or I was watching them while I was doing the chores. Where are they coming from tonight? Is this what happens when you do videos during the week? Early? And this is just ridiculous. So I'm okay. I'm gonna do a cartoon rundown. So let me see. Yeah. So they have bots who act like trolls. Really? So they have bots that they put in just to troll you and say stuff to you. That's crazy to me. Why would they do that? Because I heard another YouTuber talking about the bots, but I'm like, why would the bots come in and say crazy stuff? Who does that? Is that something YouTube is doing? Y'all help me out. Who creates the bots? Okay, so how does that work? How does somebody send a bot? Educate me, please. Okay, so how do you do that, Martina? If I wanted to send a bot to somebody's channel, how would I do that? Is this something I buy or something I can create or... You gonna say hi to the people? Parker says hi. Okay, but our conversation had nothing to do with any of the people, the trolls or the bots that came in here. And he was supposed to go get a haircut on Saturday, but he was so sick. I told the groomer no, we weren't coming. So I mean, I know like now on YouTube, they will take the AI will do a synopsis of your chat and then leave a summary of what people are talking about. But those trolls that came in weren't talking about nothing that we were talking about at all. I mean, they give you a view, but the problem is when I'm trying to read the chat, they get in the way. Then I can't, it messes up the flow of the conversation. That's what I'm trying to say. No, don't go back out there. So I don't like that. Okay, so I figured out how to use StreamYard. I said no. Don't do it. See, now I can tell he's feeling better because he ain't paying me no attention. So would y'all come on and hold a conversation with me if I come on through StreamYard? What happened to the chat? What happened to the chat? Okay, so maybe, let's see, Friday or Saturday, I'm going to try it and see how many people will come up. Maybe Friday. I don't know, because Saturday is our sip and slurp. Our sip and slurp Saturday. But I've never done StreamYard. Me and my sister was going to do it, and I finally figured out how to do it, but I had my earbuds in, and that's why nobody could hear me, because I forgot I had them in. Is that Urkhan? Say hi. Hello. good. I'm glad y'all have come up. I think that'll be even better because then I can hear you at least. Y'all can see me, but I can't see you. So, and maybe y'all will come on and we can see you. Other than me seeing a little dot with either, I think Recessionista's the only one that has a picture in hers. Me has a picture of her. No, Martin has her picture. Do you think I look good on camera? Girl, please. And tonight I was like, I'm not trying to fix myself up. I got off work and came downstairs. And I was just like, they getting what it is. This is my work look. Shiny face and all. This is the work look. And I normally have on pajamas. This is actually a bathing suit covered that I took to Jamaica, but I've now made it a house dress. You ever take clothes and turn them into pajamas? I had this one dress. I called it my all-around dress. I would wear it out. It was just like it was a very simple, no sleeves dress, but I slept in it. Sometimes it would be my dress, not a sleep shirt, but my sleep dress. Sometimes it would be around the house dress, and then sometimes it would go out the house dress. I don't know what happened. I think the dress finally fell apart. I used to love that little dress, and it had crazy colors in it. As y'all can tell, I'm a very colorful person. I'm techie when it comes to being on the computer and doing stuff. But when it comes to this type of stuff, and my nephew, the one that did my intro, that he still hadn't showed me how to hook up to my videos. Yeah, I turn old house sundresses into house dresses too. I bought some cute little summer dresses this summer from Shein. If I knew how to do if I knew how to cut and paste my videos, I would do a try on for y'all because I bought some cute little stuff. But I don't know how to do it where, you know how people put it on, show you, and then, cause I would have to do the whole thing of taking it off, putting on another outfit, and I might try it, and y'all would just have to wait till I get the next outfit on, since y'all know that I'm not tech savvy on this. I'll be looking at other people's skills on YouTube, and they be having such nice videos, have the pictures in and all that stuff. I suck. And you would think by now I would try to learn how to do more. That's a good idea, Recessionista. I don't think I'm ever going to get the hang of editing because I started trying to do it and it's boring to me. Karen, I do that too. I don't come on here. If y'all seen some of the outfits I wear, because I work from home. If y'all seen some of the outfits I had on, I don't come on YouTube like that normally. I try to put on something halfway decent. Because I could, because I might be in my pajamas all day, depending on my mood. Depending on my mood. Because who's here to see me? Hold on, y'all. Let me get a refill. I'm drinking white Zinfandel tonight. Parker, come in the house. That's pretty much my outfit some days too, Martin. I will put on a t-shirt and some leggings, so if I walk, I'm already dressed and I can walk on my break, or some sweatpants that I cut off and made into shorts. I mean, and it's horrible because from COVID to me working at home, I really got out of dressing. So that's why. Oh, have y'all tried that moonshine that they have in they're like in the mason jars. What do they call it? It's something moonshine. I had never had it when I went to Georgia. My aunt, they love it down there. But she had gotten like banana pudding or something like that. I don't do banana drinks. I'll eat a banana and that's about it. I don't like banana candy. Oh, well, I like banana pudding. Other than that, I don't do bananas any other way. And banana and alcohol, well, no. But here, there's a few people I know that make moonshine. That stuff is strong. Oh, Smoky, there you go. That stuff is strong. I can't mess with no moonshine. Especially when you get the homemade moonshine. I can't mess around. That's like that 150. We used to drink. Oh, I can't believe we used to drink that. Do they even still make that 150 rum? I think it was Bacardi. You never had the 150 or you never had the moonshine? Yeah, it's a razor jar, but they have it where you can get it in like a shot, and you can get like different flavors. But still, I can't mess with the moonshine. I mean, some of the ones I've had here was smooth. Like my sister, she just had to have. She's like, "Can you get me some moonshine for my birthday?" So yeah, that Bacardi 150. So I had gotten her some moonshine, and then my son came and drank up part of it before she got down to the country to get it. So she started drinking. She came down, and I don't know if I told y'all about my friend. Man, I wish I was doing YouTube then, because she has like what I call the hole in the wall bar. Because in the country, there's a little country spot on every corner. It seemed like. It may be in a trailer, it may be a bar, it may be, you never know. People put up a shed and make it a bar. So I would go to her place. And most of the time, I mean, if she had 12 people, that was a busy night. So my sister started drinking that moonshine, so we were going to go across the street to Jackie's. By the time we got there, she says, I need to go to the bathroom. And she was gone so long, I had to go find her. She was toe up. She was toe down to the floor. And we went in the bar. I know it wasn't a good hour. And then when I drive her back to the house, she can't get out the car. She literally had to crawl up my steps. Oh, that girl had me laughing so hard. I was crying that night. I was crying. I bet you won't mess with that moonshine no more. She made she took her watermelon rind and made it into candy. I'm going to see how she did that because I have a half a watermelon in there. I might try that. They do still sell the 150. You could light that stuff on fire. I can't believe when I drank that, I was back in I had just first went in the military, so I was probably 19 or 20. Thank you, Recessionista. Yeah, but we used to drink that 150. You know, when you're young, you'll drink about anything just to be trying it. I wouldn't dare drink Bacardi 151 rum. I don't even like rum no more. The only rum that I found that I like, I found some rum when I was in Jamaica. It was so smooth that you could drink it without any chaser. or whatever their name was. I don't know why there's so many trolls in here tonight. Monday must be troll night. Oh, that's like, I don't like Malibu. It's the coconut. I mean, and what alcohol proof is Malibu? What is that? 5% alcohol? I don't like coconuts in my coconut taste. I can do pineapple. I don't like, I'm not a big fruity drink person. Like, if I make something like with sip and slurp night, I might try something just because I'm showing y'all. But I'm not a real big fruity type person. I don't like Captain Morgan. I don't like that spice. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, well, I did have some left over from Super Bowl. I gave it to my son. I don't even know how I ended up with 2 bottles because he likes it. But I must have bought it. I must have bought some for him for Christmas or during the holidays when we got together. And then I still, because y'all don't really see, I'm like, y'all see me drink Tito's every now and then, or if I'm making a drink for a sip and slurp. So most of the time, if I have alcohol, it's just sitting here. Like, I literally still have beer from Super Bowl Sunday in the refrigerator. So y'all know I drink mostly wine, so I'll just collect it all up and take it to my son. They'll drink it over there. Oh, I don't like Fireball. I don't like cinnamon gum. I don't like cinnamon candy. I don't like Fireball. Now there is a cinnamon snot that I had in Germany. Cannot think of the name of it now. Apple corn. They call it apple corn, but it's like an apple cinnamon type of thing. And so you would take a shot of that and chase it with your beer. Now that one wasn't bad because it wasn't real cinnamon. It was more a kind of apple. So I don't drink dark liquor. Ooh, I used to have a boss, and he was an alcoholic when I was in the military. And he used to keep a bottle in his drawer. So he would drink all during the day, but he would chew big red gum, thinking that got rid of the smell of liquor. It did not. It smelled even worse. I'm gonna tell you, I could never kiss a guy that chewed like that dentine back in the day, the cinnamon dentine and big red. It would make me want to throw up literally. Hi, BG. Now, white liquors make me cut up. My drink, when I did drink liquor, I was always a vodka drinker. I used to drink a double shot of vodka with 7-Up and a lemon. Yep, that was my drink. Parker, come in here. And I definitely didn't need to be doing no vodka, because girl, no, I would be cutting up. And then they being real nasty tonight. What's wrong with them? I don't know who that keep coming here asking me, do I have an OnlyFans page? Yeah, I don't really. Now, Tito's is smooth. I do like Tito's, but see, back in the day, there wasn't no Tito's. I used to drink Smirnoff. Can you imagine? I used to drink Smirnoff vodka. Yeah. I could never drink gin. Gin always seemed like I would be eating pine trees or something. Oh, get rid of Mr. Gucci too. And yes, I was a piece of work back in the day, and she is still a piece of work now. Thank you very much. Applejack brandy. I have never heard of that. Yeah, when I was in the military, I used to have a lot of friends that drank Tanqueray. It smelled just like a bottle of pine needles. I don't. Ugh. And I said, gin make you sin? I was so. Oh, let me show y'all. I had to go. I'm not a I like cutting grass, but I don't really like using a weed eater. So, but I don't have a big yard out back, and because it's inside a closed fence, when the yard people come to, to do to take care of the rest of the area, the common area. If you have a fence, they won't come inside the fence to do it because I did ask the guy. I was going to give him a couple of dollars, but he was like, "No, ma'am, we cannot." So, with all this rain and stuff, it was real pretty, but it was tall. When I cut it down, it don't look so hot. So I was like, I got to get out here and weed eat. So when did I do that? I want to say Friday. I got out there. Yes, I've heard of wild Irish rose. I've had some wild Irish rose. But I do have to say, I only got one mosquito bite right here. But I used this because I didn't want to have DEET in it. And this stuff works really, really good. Yep. And it's DEET free. So if you got mosquitoes and you need something, wild Irish rose, Thunderbird with grapefruit juice. They used to call it shake it up. Oh my gosh. When I turned 21. Yeah, I heard that. But I don't think I don't think VA would do that. I heard that. There might be some asses that would try to do that, but you don't have to tell them whether you're married or not. And you don't have to tell them what your political, how you're politically affiliated. So, yeah, Wild Irish Rose, Mad Dog 2020, Thunderbird. When I turned 21, I talked my boyfriend and a couple of our friends into to going back. I was like, let's drink what I drank when I call myself when I was young, and I was only turning 21. Boy, I thought I was old at 21. So I was like, hey guys, we're gonna do Thunderbird and grapefruit tonight. Now, because we were celebrating my birthday, I had taken the next day off because I knew I was gonna get towed up. Oh my gosh, we drank that Thunderbird and grapefruit. I literally went and laid in the middle of the road. Why? I don't know. I was so, I was so towed up. I had a good time that night, but the next day, my head was thumping so bad and my stomach was so upset. I was so glad I took the next day off. My boyfriend ended up having to come home early because he was sick as a dog. And the other two people that hung out with us, they ended up having to leave work too because they were sick. And then they wanted to get mad at me. But I told them, I'm like, hey, I told you take the next day off because I didn't know what Thunderbird was going to do. I hadn't drank Thunderbird in years. I bet you I won't drink it now. Only time I drank Mad Dog was when I went to Detroit and hung out with the people up there. But they used to take Mad Dog and you would pour it into a 40 Old English 800. I had never seen people do that, but they would do that. It didn't taste bad either. And then they smoke. Well, there wasn't no blunts back then, but then they smoke a joint. I was like, they used to get towed down to the floor ground. Oh no, I ain't mess with Everclear. Mm-mm. Didn't mess with the brass either. Didn't mess with the brass monkey. I didn't do Cisco. And the Cisco, the one that they banned, what was the drink that they had out? It wasn't that long ago. A few years ago. Was it Cisco? And they literally banned it because I don't know how people must have been cutting the fool on it. Oh, well, I didn't like Tangeray. Mm-mm. Was it Cisco? Was that the drink that was out? Oh my gosh! So my birthday is always something happens. No. What is the drink that they had? It was out in a can, and everybody was drinking it a few years ago, and then they quit selling it because people was getting so toe up. Alizé was okay. I'm not a big Alizé fan, but it was all right. I knew what you meant. Oh, there you go. For Loco. Oh my goodness. I never drank it. I never drank it. I figured if they had to ban it off the shelves, it was something I didn't need to drink. So we went out for my, I want to say 58th. I'm turning 63. Might have been 59, 58 or 59. Now, if you put Everclear in a punch type thing, that's different. But I just wouldn't drink it like that. So we went to a bar. We were having a good time, and we met this lady who invited us to go to a private bar that she was a member of. Well, this guy that I wasn't really dating, we were just sort of hanging out. So he went out with us. It was me, my son, and my sister, and him. And then we met this other lady and moved to another party. But now he was being cheap. He didn't want to buy drinks at the place that we were at. He would buy me a drink, but he didn't want to spend money for him a drink. So him and my son walk across the street to the convenience store and get Four Loko. So they drink one, they drink two. I think they drank about three. Oh my God, my son was so toe up. By the time we got to the private club that the lady was getting us into, he was outside throwing up all over the place. He didn't drink nothing else for the rest of the night after he threw up. Then the knucklehead who had came with us, he didn't have his ID. Who goes around without having any type of ID on them? I've never heard of this. No driver's license, no state ID, nothing. Nobody could identify you if something happened. So he couldn't get in. So he thought because he couldn't get in, I was supposed to leave. I told him my son could drop him off back home, but I wasn't going home. It was my birthday. Please. I stayed. He sat, and he refused to go home, so he sat outside on a bench in front of the bar, and people would come out and give. I don't know why they did it. Nice people that was inside the bar felt bad for him, so they would come out and give him a drink. I wasn't giving him shit. Because I'm like, who goes out without an ID? That's crazy. Oh, English and Hawaiian Punch. I guess that would kind of be the same like Mad Dog. That would be sort of like mixing Mad Dog in there, except for you wouldn't have the punch. What is Richards? You mix Richards with Hawaiian Punch. I've never heard of Richards. Yeah, he was with me. I knew who he was. He just didn't have any ID, and he knew we were going out to celebrate my birthday. And so, Wild Irish Rose is Richards. Okay. You know, Wild Irish Rose is in the same category as Morgan David, which I couldn't believe when I graduated from high school. A guy, it was an older guy. I worked at Popeyes, and he was the guy that cooked the chicken. And so for my graduation present, he gave me a bottle of Morgan David. I had never heard of Morgan David. But I guess it's a step above Wild Irish Rose and Mad Dog. I guess it would be like Mad Dog, Wild Irish Rose, and then Morgan David. But hey, Back in the day, we ain't had no money, so you bought whatever you could get. Yeah, there's actually a song called, I think, Wild Irish Rose. Yeah, I know that song. I wasn't a Boone's Farm type of person. It was too sweet for me. Yes, we're talking about the drink called Mad Dog 2020. Boone's Farm was too sweet. And you know what? They got a lot of flavors now. I was in the convenience store and I'm like, I had no idea that Boone's Farm had just grown the way it's grown. I couldn't believe people were still drinking it. But they do. Just like we had, oh my gosh, when I was in high school, of course, I had a job. You know, we had little jobs, so we wasn't making no money. And the guy that lived next door to me drove the bus to school, but he didn't drive the bus that I rode on. He drove a bus for another neighborhood. But on Fridays, we would get on his bus because we would go and get a case of Black Label beer. That had to be the shittiest beer you ever tasted in your whole life. It was just piss water. But it was like, I think a case was like probably $3, $2 for a whole case. And we would drink that cheap Bud beer on the way to school. Oh my gosh. One Friday, we took it and I had to do soccer for PE. I was over there throwing up. I heard of Two Dogs, but I never had it. Never drank the Steel Reserve. Mm-mm. Wait a minute, Joseph. How you drinking my drink? That is my favorite wine. Normally, that's what I have. I'll be trying to switch it up. Riunite Lambrusco. Oh, hi, Raheem. You're at Myrtle Beach? I'm in Columbia. Country Club. I never heard of Country Club vodka. Now, I like German beer. I love German beer. It's a little bit more bitter than our beer, but it's a heavy, I don't know, it's like heavier. For whatever reason, like Heineken. Heineken does not taste the same. The Heineken we get here does not taste like the Heineken in Germany. I don't like Malibu rum. Heineken does not, if you ever had a Heineken in Germany, you'd be like, what is this mess they selling in the United States? Oh, you should stay in Irmo? That's on the other side. I'm over on Lower Richland side of town. Now, I don't like Modelo. Matter of fact, I just gave a case of that away. A friend of mine came, well, it was about a little bit, almost a case. A friend of mine came up, and so that's what they drank, and I bought a case of it. And they only drank like about 3 or 4 beers out of it. So one of my girlfriends drinks it, so I took it to her. I don't like it. It was a little, I don't know. I didn't like the taste of it. TJ Swan. Ooh, I hate Wild Claw. That this new thing. What is it? It's like a. What is it? It's like a. It's not a beer. It's not a wine, but it's a drink with liquor in it. My brother-in-law, he loves those things. Well, very good, one and only. But drinking water is probably better than all that soda. White Claw. Mm-mm. Yeah, I drank Old English 800. Shoot, I used to drink Bull. What you talking about? I used to drink the Schlitz malt liquor Bull when they came out with the red. And then when they came out with the, what's the other one? What you talking about? It's nasty. Slit malt liquor. Now, slit malt liquor bull was nasty, but it was cheap and you could get a buzz on it. So when you ain't had no money, you could get a 40 for 99 cents. You can get a 40 of the bull or you can get a 40 of the OE. If you want to get real toe up, you got the bull. If you just kind of want a decent buzz, you got the OE. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, me and my sister was both single parent moms. And we did not make no money. We used to not have money so bad that we would put our change together to buy one Old English 800 for 99 cents. Now you know we didn't have no money. And then we split it. We split the 40. Yeah, my mom used to drink Coke 45, the pony. Yeah, they used to call it the pony. No, I never heard of a flaming blue Jesus. I don't know if I want to drink a drink that they done. That kind of seemed kind of wrong to name a drink after Jesus. I used to live in Hopkins. I actually have some land in Hopkins. You got family in Hopkins? I never heard of a beer called Cherokee. As a matter of fact, I just moved from Hopkins in November. Back up into Columbia. I loved it down there. But I bought me 2 acres down in Hopkins. Schlitz malt liquor. Schlit. The way you got it spelled. Yeah. The bull. Bull Ice. Oh, when they came, now Bull Ice was better than regular Bull. When they came out with Bull Ice, when they started making the ice beers, shoot, you could get one of those tall boys and you'd be toe up. Oh, your sister stays in Hopkins? It's a small town. If for it to be so small, I didn't really know people because I wasn't from Hopkins, and most of the people down there are family, you know. You worked in, I don't even think we have Sears anymore. I'm trying to think. Because I don't think there, well, I know Sears is not at Columbia Mall because, you know, Sears and Kmart merged and we don't have Kmart anymore. So I don't think we have Sears. I think the only one, we got a J.C. Penney's, but that's out in Sand Hill. Was Sand Hill there when you lived here? Had they built Sand Hill yet? How is Myrtle Beach if you live there and you're not coming to hang out at the beach? By the one and only. Thank you for thinking we were cool, chat, y'all. We just got a kudo from somebody. We're a cool chat. I think we're cool. Yeah, well, you know, Sears and Kmart merged. And my mom worked at Kmart for years. For years. She retired from there. And then they merged, and once they merged, I don't know what happened. Sears was gone and Kmart was gone. Yeah, the blue light special. My mom worked there, so yeah, you know, I know what the blue light special was. And I used to hate it. Well, it's hot as hell in Columbia. Because I remember one day, you know, kids have so much mess that they be saying back in the day. So like, if they would be like, if you got your clothes from Kmart, they used to be like, what did the little bird say when it flew over Kmart? And they'd be like, cheap, cheap, cheap. So one day I was on the bus. Oh my gosh, this is such an embarrassing moment. And so I wore a dress that my mom had bought me from Kmart. But apparently I did not check because there was the price tag hanging, but it was underneath the arm of the dress. And I didn't realize it was there. So somebody else on the bus did, and they were like, well, where you get your dress from? And I think I might have said Sears or Penny's or something. And they pulled us like, no, you didn't. She got her dress from Kmart. So all the way to school, everybody was like, cheap, 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 cheap. Oh my gosh, that was a real crappy day that day. Walmart been doing some bad practices. I think once the founder died and the children got the business, you know. Now Macy's can have some good deals. If you catch stuff on sale at Macy's, you can afford them. You have to catch them when they have their sales, like their shoes. They have some pretty shoes, but you have to catch the stuff on sale. Oh, she was German and black. Hun Rahim. We still have our Macy's. If they're going out of, well, at least the last time I checked, I don't go to the Columbia Mall. Is nothing now but small businesses. As a matter of fact, they're getting ready to turn the mall into a government. The government is taking over, so it's going to be governmental offices. And I think the only store that's still going to be in there is Macy's because they actually own their store. Everybody else was renting. And that's interesting that they're turning the very first mall that we ever had, they're now turning it into a government building. Because malls are not in anymore. Once the kids took over the mall, I quit going. You know, we didn't hang at the mall. Like that whole thing with the kids going to the mall and just hanging out. Don't have no money, ain't buying nothing. We didn't do that. When we went to the mall, you went to go buy something. But then we didn't hang out in parking lots either. I don't know if they still do that. The kids meet together and they'll be hanging out like in the grocery store parking lot. And if you're going to say something about my smoking, I smoke. Everybody that's a regular know I smoke. I didn't have any cousins to give me hand-me-downs. I am the oldest cousin on both sides, on my mother's side and my father's side. So, I was the oldest. And I'm trying to think now, me and my sister, we didn't necessarily hand-me-down clothes, but we would swap out clothes because we was about the same size. The one that's 2 years younger than me. Ooh, she used to get so mad because, like, she was real selfish. She didn't want me to wear her. She would say it was me, but she wouldn't want me to wear her clothes. So I would wait till she went to school, and I would borrow one of her tops or something. And then when I got to school, she would see me later in the day. Oh, she would be so pissed off. She'd be literally wanting to rip the top off of me because she said I borrowed it without, telling her, which I probably did. I probably did do that. No, we still have Columbiana Mall and we have Columbia Mall. Columbia Mall, they're turning into government offices, and Columbiana Mall is still kicking. It's on the other side of town in Irmo, and traffic is so horrible, I never go there. I'm trying to think, the last time I went to Columbiana Mall probably was, 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, it's funny because when we first moved here, no, they hung out at the mall here too. When we first moved here, all the stores were individual stores. Like you had Penny's, you had Sears, you had Taps, you had Macy's or whatever. Then they put everything underneath, into the mall. So you can have one spot where you go to all the stores. Now they've gone back to the old way, because what we call Sand Hill is like, it kind of reminds you maybe like of New York, because they have all the individual stores, and then you have a movie theater, you have a grocery store, you have restaurants, and then you have apartments above the stores and restaurants, which if I was in my 20s, that would be a neat place to live, because I could just walk downstairs, go to the grocery store, go eat at a restaurant, go to a bar, go to the movies. Oh, Deborah, Richland Mall is no longer there. I'm going to have to take a picture of it. I thought I took a picture. They have tore that down pretty much for the most part. Yep. Richland Fashion Mall is no longer there. They're tearing it down, and they are building like a microbrewery. They are putting in like this like outdoor park type thing where they're going to have concerts and all this stuff. It's like a big renovation that they're doing over there right now. Because it got to the point that there was nobody in Richland Fashion Mall other than Barnes and Nobles and Belk's. And that might be why they're tearing the malls down, other than because the kids kind of made it where the businesses lost, the stores lost business because nobody wanted to come in there and compete with the kids. Yeah, it is no longer there. I thought I took a picture of it or a video showing the deconstruction of the mall. Hi, Lewis. Or hello, Lewis. Yep, so it should be really nice once they rebuild it, but they haven't finished tearing down the mall, so I don't know when it will ever be finished. I'm thinking sometime in 2026, probably the end of 2026. It should be nice, but you know, that's Forest Acres, so I'm sure it will be nice. My sister lives over in Forest Acres. I told her she over there with the richy rich folks. Parker, come in here. Y'all hold on. I need to go to the bathroom. How long have I been on here? Because I said I wasn't going to be on here long. Why didn't you want to wear the pants again? Parker, come in here. Parker, come on. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's why they're closing a lot of them. Okay, y'all get rid of Santa's Little Helper. And actually, my sister has tried urine therapy. She says that it's really good. Personally, I'm not going to put my own pee-pee on my face. I'm sorry. But she claims that if you use the first urine when you first wake up, It's supposed to be really good for your face. And she's trying to tell me it might help me with my skin because it got burnt up. I told her, yeah, I'm going to have to let it stay the way it is. I have gotten more different things done on my face that has not helped it, but I'm not going to try PP on my face. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Just not going to do it. But she swears it's okay. She's like, if you eat clean, it's supposed to be good. I'm just like, well, ma'am, as long as there's water, I'm not going to use pee. But for those who want to try it, let me know how it works for you. Yeah. Martin, who was putting pee in your ear for an ear infection? I have never heard of that. Now, I've heard of sweet oil, which, oh my gosh, y'all, when my son was young, this older woman was like, he had an ear infection. She was like, put some sweet oil in there, that'll help it. So I'm running around trying to find sweet oil, and I finally found some in a drugstore. Later on, years later, I found out sweet oil ain't nothing but olive oil. And of course, they charge me more because they call it sweet oil. But it's nothing but olive oil. So, if you have an earache, take a Q-tip, dip it in some olive oil, drop some olive oil in your ear, put a piece of cotton in there, go to sleep, you'll be just fine. That's okay, because boys had cooties back in the day. Like when I was in elementary school, you used to have to get a cootie shot every morning because the boys might want to play with you or touch you or something. You had to be protected from the cootie. Did y'all ever have to get the cootie shot? I wonder who named it Cootie. Where the hell are these people coming from tonight? They never found me. Well, I guess they are cheaper. They don't always fit right, though. Like, I like men's t-shirts to wear as a night shirt. They don't really fit right. Parker, come on. Come in. Come. Thank you. He's so happy to be outside after being in the house all weekend. He loves going outside and like laying on the back patio in the sun. Go get you some water. He'll just lay out there. That's how he got heat stroke. He was laying out there and I was working and I forgot he was out there. And yeah, I ended up having to take him to the doggy ER. Oh, wow. It was from lice. Yeah, we used to swear the boys had cooties. Wow. Well, they probably could have had lice. You never know. Boys don't always like to wash. All right, people. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock to start work. And I tell you what, I don't necessarily like coming on Mondays because there's too many people in the chat that are not my people. So I thank you, Parker Posse, for coming on. And I'm going to get off of here because the last few nights have not been good sleep nights because I slept on the couch because Parker wasn't feeling good. But now that he's feeling better, I'm getting back in my bed. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Maybe I need to come live on a Wednesday or something because there's too many trolls and people on Monday. Wow. But thank you, Parker Posse, for coming out. You guys are wonderful as usual. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the topics. You guys have a good night. Parker says good night. Say good night to the people. I bought him some new shampoo. His fur is so soft. All right, guys. Mwah. Love y'all.